Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me again. So I've only got a couple of little bits and bobs to do here today. One of them is measure up for the fruit cage roof. I have decided on how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to get some wooden posts to do it. I tried to get some gutter, like corners, but they're too big and I just don't think it's going to make it secure, which is the whole point of it. So yeah, we're just going to go with wooden bits. So I need to measure that up and see if I need to borrow a van to get those, because I think the pieces that I need are too long to fit in the car. I also want to plant a couple of bits up today to go straight in the ground and then just cover them with cloches. I know it's meant to get really cold tonight, but then it's meant to warm up and I can't get here tomorrow, unfortunately. But one of the jobs I do want to do, well, it's kind of a job, it's kind of not, but I want to make a list of everything that I need to really get done in the next couple of months when I'm here. And then I can kind of plan out when they're going to be done. So if I have a really good day, I can just choose something from the list and go from there, rather than having a list every time I come, planning my day around that and then not being able to do it because of the weather. So I think that'll be a really good way going forward. I did also buy, which got delivered this week, which was Hugh Richards' Grower's Handbook. And it's really good, actually. I've been reading a little bit and some of the bits in it I think are going to be really useful, and the way that it's written out is how I like to see stuff, so I think that's going to be really beneficial. So that'll be part of this afternoon's kind of jobs when I'm at home. But yeah, the ground is really wet today. Given all the snow that we had yesterday and the really wet weather the few days before it, the ground is just absolutely sodden. So I was planning to cut the grass, but I just don't think it's going to be beneficial or it's actually even going to work. So we're going to leave that off the list for today, but we'll see how it goes. The one thing that the wet weather has done and has been really beneficial is that it has broken down a lot of the cardboard. So this was the newest one, so I've just kind of taken it all the way out and not put the compost as far out to try and keep a line. And I'm gonna, when that kind of breaks down a little bit more, I'm gonna go round and neaten up these edges. So that is something that needs to go on the list. But when I checked in my cold frame last week, the peas have actually started to come up already. So I quickly popped down here and I built my structures for them, because last year I grew everything and then realised that it all grows a lot quicker than I thought, and I didn't get structures up in time, and I think it really harmed the growing of when I put them in the ground. So I'll show you what I've quickly done. So I've put these up. I tried to do it of like loads and then put one straight across, but it was just me by myself, so it was really hard to do. But so I just put them up in kind of like little mini teepees, and I'm hoping, because the sun comes kind of over this way, they should get a nice bit of sun all throughout the day, and then they won't block the light, because I was going to put them along here, but I was worried it was going to block all the light for the rest of the plot. So yeah, really pleased with them. Another thing I did do last week as well is I bought this pot from B&Q, because all of the fruit really needs to be repotted now. It's kind of in just random pots that I could find, and I'm worried that it's going to affect the growing of them. And I could see a couple of little shoots coming up on the raspberry bush. So I bought this pot and I think it looks really nice, so I am going to buy a couple more just so they kind of all match, and it'll just add to the aesthetic of here, and then I can put them here. I do need to get some thick wire to go along here for them to grow up, but I won't do that until I've got the roof of the fruit cage on, so I know definitely kind of what length to cut them at. Okay, so I couldn't find any garlic and I really wanted to attempt it this year. but I couldn't find anything anywhere online that had any in stock. So I saw someone do it and I thought, let's give it a go. And it worked in the garden in the cold frame. So I thought, let's try it out in the allotment and just cover it over with some cloches. So I'm just going to plant a couple of bulbs around here, maybe do them in a circle almost, so they will be covered by the cloche. I don't know how well that'll work, but I'm going to measure it out, kind of put it round, measure it out, and then make sure they're kind of all within that area, and we'll see how it goes. And then as well, I can compare it to what I've got in the cold frame in the garden as well. So yeah. Okay, so I'll leave it as just one for now because I do want to try and plant some other bits. So I'm going to save these, and then if I don't do it, I can come back and just plant the rest. I've only got 5 little, I think they're called cloves, just these little bits. So I've only got 5 left of these ones, so we'll see how they go. Okay, so a couple of the other bits that I want to try and plant up today, because I bought them in the reduced clearance, and the reason that they're in the reduced clearance is because they've actually expired. So I've got no idea whether they're going to work. So if they don't, never mind. I want to try and get some purple carrots in and the autumn king, because again, these expired, just these ones, and these are what I had left over from last year. So, and I have got another pack of these purple haze ones, so that should be fine. And I did do them at home, and I did see online that you shouldn't put them in the seedlings and then plant them up, because the seedlings are so small that they probably won't last. I've also then got some lettuce. I've got some growing at home and they're doing really well, and they do transplant well, but I just want to see the difference if I put them straight into the ground. So we'll have a little go. So I'm going to start off with the purple haze carrots, and I'm just going to do really small row so I can cover it. I need to bring my really big one with me next time I come. And maybe we'll make this bed here, this little section, my little tester section. Oh yeah, there's not too many left anyway. These are what I planted out last year, and they come out really, really nice. The taste of them as well, if you haven't tasted purple carrots before, and I hadn't even heard of them until last year, so nice. I can't remember where I got these from actually. I think I just ordered them off eBay. So okay, so next up are the Amsterdam forcing carrots. Are they? No, it's the Autumn King. And these are what I just picked up at the end of last year in the bargain bucket from B&Q. And I think they were about 10p, so I didn't really want them to go to waste. So I thought, let's just give it a go. So these actually only expired in November of 2022. What I don't know yet is the reason why seeds have an expiry date. So maybe that's something I'll look up tonight. Just do some casual reading while I'm sat on the sofa. So what I'm just going to plant up here is just some lettuce, and just this stir fry mix. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to look like this. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Pop that there, because I did also find in the shed, I was looking for something else, and I found this, which was here when I took over the plot. So, well, it was in a bag that was here when I took over from the shed. So I can just put that across and then put some bricks over it, and hopefully that will work. I'm just going through my seed pot, which as you can see is a absolute joke. So that is on my list of one of my jobs on how to get this a little bit more organized, a little bit neater, so I don't have to keep trying to take this everywhere I go. But I did just find some of these, and they expired last year, so it says to sow them in March, so that's what I've done. I have put them straight in the ground, which, unlike my other leeks, if I know where they are, yeah, so I bought some of these this year, the elephant ones, and I've planted them in pots at home, but we're going to see if these do any better just in the ground themselves, so fingers crossed they should be okay. I may also plant some of these directly outside today, because the ones I've got at home are coming up really quickly. I've only got a handful and I've got loads of room here to do them, so I'm going to put them straight into the ground and see if it makes any difference, and I might use, say, 1 TP for the ones that I've put in pots and the ones that just go straight in the ground, and then I kind of know the difference then as well. But it doesn't say on the back, it just says so outdoors. It doesn't say that you should transplant them, so I'm worried that the ones that are going to transplant aren't going to do very well, so we'll give it a go. As you can probably tell, I am really just blasé about things. I try and be as organised as I can, but I'm trying to be less harsh on myself this year when it comes to doing things, or just recently, really. It wasn't even the way my thought process was at the start of the year, and I'm just so fed up of taking the joy out of things. So we are this year. We're not going to be harsh, and we're just going to give it a go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't obviously want to waste seeds, but until I give it a go and see, you just never know. And I think you can follow as many people as you like, watch how they do things, read the books, but unless they are growing in exactly the same conditions as you, how are you meant to get it exactly like them as well? So yeah, I'm just going with the flow this year. Also, guys, I just wanted to show you the onions that have come up, because I'm really pleased with these. I really thought that with all of the really cold weather we've had recently, they just weren't going to do well. I have got some at home anyway, so even if these did fail, I've got some ready to put out. But look at them. I've got quite a few actually coming up, and some of them are doing amazing. So I've got quite a few there. Got some here. I'm just really pleased with them. I did try and plant some lettuce in between them, but I think the cold weather got to these, so I don't think they're going to work. But there is signs of life, and I'm so pleased. Another one come up here. Some of them feel really, really strong, so we'll see. But I think that is it for today, guys. Got a lot more done than I thought I was, actually. Got a lot more in the ground, but whether any of them will work is a completely different matter. But really pleased. I've measured out the fruit cage as well. I don't think I'll get the posts into the car, so what I might have to do is buy smaller ones. I'm going to measure between each one individually as well, just to check and see if we can do it that way and just get some smaller bits, because I think I'll have to screw into it. I was just going to connect it via string, but I don't think that's going to hold it properly or as secure as I need it to. So yeah, I think that's it. I have today, guys, used the new mic that I got, so let me know if the sound quality is a lot better for you, and I'll keep using this. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the weather only gets better from here and we've got no more snow, because I'm really keen to get started on the garden now. We have planned a barbecue now for July, so it has to be ready for then, so we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of the weekend and the week ahead, and I will see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.